let's move on to the NFL playoffs. Super Wildcard Weekend kicks off this weekend. We got a good slate of football starting on Thursday with the 2 college football playoff games. But let's go over some of the matchups and just give our thoughts on the matchup. We ain't gonna make picks. We'll wait till Friday to make picks. But on Saturday, we kick off. I feel like every playoff that the Texans have been in ever are always the first game. Like, let's get these boring ass niggas out the way right now. Like, from the middle of existence back to whenever who their quarterback before that. Like, they've always been the first game. So they will kick it off on Saturday on CBS, hosting Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh, and the Los Angeles Chargers. Then we got the first ever playoff game on Amazon Prime, division rivalry. We got Tosin's Ravens hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have been very ass these last couple weeks. Third time they're playing. Then triple header on Sunday. You got the Bills opening up against Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos on CBS. You've got the Eagles and the Packers on Fox. Now, Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol today. I would be stunned if he doesn't play. They'll lie about that nigga's test before they sit him out in a playoff game. But that's what the report is right now. He's still in concussion protocol. Christian Watson has a torn ACL. He's out for the rest of the season. Jordan Love is expected to play. They don't know how well he's going to play because that elbow and that arm are still very much hurt from yesterday. And then the nightcap on Sunday will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. And, of course, the Monday Night Football playoff game on ESPN. It will be the NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings, who got their shit pushed in yesterday on Sunday Night Football. That's my thoughts on this. Looking at these matchups, I think these are going to be some real competitive games. I think the game I care the least about is Bills Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to get a welcome to the NFL moment for Bo Nix.
Disrespectful. Crazy disrespectful. This is the sleeper game of the weekend. I'm telling you right now.
That's the upset potential game there. No bullshit. Right?
I think the upset potential is Rams Vikings.
Hey, let me tell you
that wouldn't even be an upset at this point.
Let me tell you this. Let the Bills lose on Sunday. I dare them. I dare them to lose on Sunday.
Ooh.
I dare them.
Hey, if they lose, McDermott might have to have a conversation.
That's a conversation that's needed to have for 2 seasons, but just saying. Ken Dorsey is the problem, though, right?
I know that Courtney, you're a big Bomani fan, Bomani Knicks, but I don't see it for them. I don't see it for them whatsoever.
Sean Payton starts calling some crazy shit. I'm just saying.
I'm always gonna be.
Let me tell you right now. Let me ask you right now. Who got the better defense?
Denver.
All right, it's gonna be a close one. We gonna get one.
I'm not saying they're gonna blow them out. I think it's gonna be a rough game for Bo Nix.
Hey man, Vance Johnson might get him another job after this weekend.
Talk to him, man.
All I'm saying is PS2 is the greatest nickname I've ever heard in sports in a while. Really, that is an amazing nickname. Really and I haven't seen Josh Allen throw a BLT in a while, so I'm waiting for that.
He's due. He is so due.
Absolutely.
He's due for the BLT. We saw a lot of BLTs get thrown in downtown Detroit yesterday. I still don't. Darnold, them bright lights was a little bit too bright for Samuel yesterday. And I know Goff having a really good year, but I see the same nigga he always is. Deep down in him, it shows up every now and then. You can't hide it anywhere. But look at this, man. I think that the most boring game is Texans Chargers. Anything involved, the Texans have just not had a good year.
Talk about the Charger bye?
Yeah, right, exactly. I expect the Chargers to go out there and win that game by double digits. I think that Harbaugh's gonna have a good game coach, and I think that you really gonna see Justin Herbert have a great game out there as well. But I just don't like what the Texans have done this year, and I like to be right about things. I said this after week 2 when they beat the Bears. I'm like, something's off. I'm watching them in person. Like, something is off with this team. Something is off with not Lamar, but with CJ Stroud. By the way, CJ Stroud, after trying to little bro Caleb Williams, did not go so well for him after that. And if you look at him and Bryce Young got the same TD interception ratio. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying about CJ. I think CJ in the long run to be fine.
Hey, look, CJ Stroud is the reason why all of these numbnuts that's having a conversation about Caleb. Right. You better watch the fuck out.
These the same niggas are also praising Jaden Daniels. The same praise they gave CJ was in the MVP conversation to begin the year, which I thought was asinine. But Bobby Sloak, I'm not letting Bobby Sloak off the hook. I'm not letting the offensive line out the hook. Like, this is not all on CJ. This is our offensive line, and Bobby Sloak don't know what he's calling out there. But
hey, Scott, I think
the Chargers can get this. Yeah.
To add to your point about the offensive line, I remember when the Texans played against the Jets on Thursday Night Football, right? And I saw the offensive line. Most of them had Jordans on. I was like, oh yeah, this is not a good offensive line. I do not want my offensive line wearing Jordans. Okay, go get you some Air Force 2s or something. Get some high top shoes. I don't want my offensive line wearing Jumpmans.
I want my offensive line saying, yeah, look at Kamala certifying them votes. Real justice has been served at Trump backing off. That's why I want my offensive lineman.
Today's January 6th, right?
That's 6th,
yeah. I want my offensive lineman to celebrate today. That's what I want.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? You're right. I have not thought about that until you just said it. Yeah, I need all my offensive linemen to be Trump supporters.
Yeah, exactly. I need them niggas to be named Gunner. Like, I need a couple of gunners on the offensive line. Like, I want niggas with a Cowboy Carter block. I don't want to hear this.
I'm only drafting linemen that got Ford F-150 NIL.
Yes.
I'm looking at the NIL receipts. Anybody with the Raptor truck, the F-150, the Tacoma hatchback, all of that, those are the guys I want on the O-line.
I need somebody who drives a Silverado. That's what I need. I need somebody who, like, that's what I need. I need
my offensive linemen need to know how to fish. Like, they got to be like how Joe Thomas was. He's like, fuck going to the draft. I'm going to go fish.
Yeah,
they gotta have a wrestling background in high school.
Hey, to add to your point, Tyler Linderbaum, he did wrestling against Tristan Wirfs in high school.
Who still wear Degeneration Neck shirts.
Yeah. My offensive line.
You look at the old linemen, though. If you look at some of the best old linemen, they got that wrestling background, man.
Yeah. I need my offensive linemen to only like the black people that's on their team. Like, that's
crazy. You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, you're one of the good ones. I could take you home to my family. Yeah.
Basically the Kittle family, right? That's how I was looking on.
Yo, the Ravens got an offensive guard that went to Georgia, Ben Cleveland. This man says that he goes hunting for squirrels every time he's down home. I was like, that's what I need. That's how I know Lamar's safe. Yeah,
he will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Women be worried that their men are cheating, and then these are just the kind of conversations that they're out having.
Yeah. and niggas can block. That's all that matters. So what you think about this matchup with Stu? This is with my concern, if I have any concern for y'all. And I granted the Steelers offense is ass.
Yeah.
Right now, I love Mike T. But we need to start having conversations how this nigga be ending these seasons. But
we interviewing Arthur Smith.
Yeah. I mean, look, you interview how you interview. As long as this nigga ain't a finalist, it don't really matter to me. But
I don't. I'm sorry. It feels like a natural fit. Like, they would love that Nepo baby. It feels like
who would love
the Bears.
The Bears.
It really actually feels very true.
No, it would be peak Bears. I'm just saying I'm not gonna get mad about who they interviewing. I better not hear that be a finalist. But Tosin, is there anything about facing a team 3 times, especially a team that knows you so well, like the Steelers, and the first 2 times you guys have played have gone down to the wire? Is there any concern from that despite how well you guys been playing?
The only thing that concerns me about the Ravens is the Ravens. That's the only thing that concerns me about them. It's just, can y'all not be unserious for once? Just be serious human beings. And Brandon Stevens scares the shit out of me. But other than that, it's just, they know what they got to do. After the game that we beat the Browns on Sunday, it was what's his name? Derrick Henry basically was like, look, I was in the championship 5 years ago. Y'all was here last year. We know what we have to do. Everybody lock in. And they know what time it is. So that's the only thing I'm like happy about. Is they know it's not time to bullshit. So Zay cut off his locks today too. So I guess everybody's like locked in. So there's that.
I told my boy Kev, who works for him, he produced Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football. I was like, enjoy Baltimore, my nigga. He was hoping they was gonna send him to LA. I was like, no, tell McNulty and Bunk I said what up, nigga. Have a good time. Is there any Mike? What would be a sneaky matchup on here outside of like Bills Broncos?
Outside of Bills Broncos, I really don't see it because I think all of us will probably lean towards the Eagles taking care of the Packers. That Bucks Commanders game is interesting. Bills Broncos is the one. I think the Ravens handle the Steelers. Texans start. Yeah, Bills Broncos. I mean, the Rams and Vikings is going to be good. But I can take. Let's just be real. I'll take Matthew Stafford in the playoff game over Sam Darnold. Especially at home. So that I would say the Bills Broncos is a sneaky one, and then the Monday night game is anybody's game.
I really like that Bucks Commanders game, man. I think that's going to be a pretty exciting game. Like, you got Baker. Baker loves, we got real gunslinger. You got rookie Jaden Daniels' first playoff appearance. And Bunny Colvin really tried to trick that game off last night. It did not look like they wanted to win that game last night. So that's a little bit intriguing to me. Courtney, I know you said the same thing about the Broncos, but anything that stands out to you in this slate?
No, not really. I'm not trying to be funny. No, not really. I'm not moved by too many of these matchups. Bucks Commanders might be a little interesting. Could be interesting. And yeah, would you just call the Chargers Texans game the Chargers bye week bang?
Yeah, Chargers bye week.
Yeah. I'm not moved by any of these games except for Broncos Bills.
Bang, what's your thoughts on this line? Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Remember I told you I had something for Dan, and I just remembered it just now. Do y'all remember Dan kept saying that Josh is doing less with like whatever? He's doing more with less. Y'all remember him saying that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So May 24th, 2024, he tweeted, and I quote, "Too many people sleep on the Bills. I will place the Bills' offensive pieces top 5 in the AFC when it comes to diversity of matchups. They won't be a traditional number 1 guy, but they can deploy." And they named a whole bunch of people: Kincaid, Cox, Knox, Coleman, Cook, MVS, Shakir, Samuel. And he says Josh has to play PG 90% of the time and 10% the reason why they win / make big plays. All I'm saying is this man's been lying about the MVP all season. And I'm disgusted in the fact like I found this tweet because I'm just like, you really have been saying all season that he's been doing less or more, but you said your own account that he has to play point guard 90% of the time. He doesn't have to really do that much, but now he's the reason why he's MVP. Whatever. That's all I gotta say is that like, it's disgusting what's happening in real time. It's really nasty work.
Dan Orlovsky tweeted yesterday, Caleb is a fighter, man. I'm like, oh, the same Caleb who you said is not developing, brother? Like,
he also said today that he would take, if it was Ben Johnson, if you're the Patriots, you could take Drake May. If you're the Bears, you could go with Caleb Williams. And he said he would take the Patriots because I forgot the word he used with Drake May, but it sounded
Moxie.
Like one of those. Yes, it was along one of those. The terminology was similar to that, but then he was coming up with hypotheticals like with the Bears. You know what you got. You got the skilled players are there. He was saying, if you're the Patriots, you got Drake May, I'm Ben Johnson. I could get T. Higgins. I could get Emeka from Ohio State. And it's like, what makes you think T. Higgins want to go there? What makes you think you're going to be in a position like you're just talking about hypothetical bullshit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what he'd be doing, man. But Bang, any thoughts on slate before we move on?
Oh no, Bucks Commanders. That's the game. I think that's going to be the game of the weekend, and I'm picking the team that I don't think nobody else is going to pick to win that game.
The Commandos? Everybody, you think everybody picking the Bucks?
Oh yeah, from everything that I see, everybody's picking the Bucks. I think the Bucks is going to get in that ass.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not